You're cooler than they ever could be. All the things they had to say don't even count. They played themselves. What people have to say really ends up playing them in the long run and comes back to bite them when they feel the need to have something ignorant to say. It might have been someone who said you'll never make it, someone who would just flat out said something ignorant that they shouldn't have said, someone bringing up your past, rubbing things in your face, people trying to just be hurtful and just say things that they really don't have any business saying. But you're a cool person because you don't take it there with people. You avoid those kinds of things. Everybody appreciates a good joke, a good laugh, a good ha ha hee hee. But as far as you being cooler than they ever could be, I'm going to explain to you why. They had a lot to say, but it doesn't count. People will try to get you to change how you feel about yourself because maybe they're intimidated and they don't like the way you feel about yourself or how you look at you. All right, you're allowed to feel about yourself however you want, as long as you're not being a negative person to other people, because you don't want to be that. But if you just feel good about who you are naturally and someone takes fault in that or wants you to find fault in yourself because they see that, then it's really something that they have to deal with and it's them. But these are the people who try to make it feel like it's you when it's not. And that's why you're cooler than they ever could be. A lot of people try to shape your personality and your point of view about yourself because when they were around you, they felt some type of way. They didn't know how to handle you or take you as a person, and your presence, they couldn't take it as a present. So when they had this gift of being around you and realizing that it was something special that you had, some people would lash out and say ignorant things and try to put you in a different state of being because they didn't like seeing you as the person that you were in front of them. Whoever you presented yourself as and however you presented yourself as, they couldn't see themselves being a good person to you. So what they had to do was they would try to hide it in the form of either jokes or backlash, negative comments, shade throwing, gaslighting. People just being themselves and also feeling some type of way that you feel yourself. And you're supposed to. Nothing wrong with feeling good about who you are. We're all supposed to do that. You're cooler than they ever could be, and they recognize it. They saw it, they see it, they know it. But they're always pointing out the worst things about you. I wonder why that is. To lower your self-esteem, to get you to feel the opposite of how you look. If they could wipe the smile clean off your face, they would every chance they get. So some people, it's best to either not smile in front of them or just feel good around yourself. Because there are some people that as soon as they see you have a happy moment, or as soon as they see you full of joy, they want to try and snatch it and turn it into dust. But you're cooler than that. They can't put an end to the things that you plan on doing. You see a whole different reality for yourself. You see a whole different world for yourself. And you know how things are going to work out. You see things working out better than they ever could. And they're going to. You're getting into a better mind state. Your self-esteem is getting better. Finding courage to be who you're supposed to be. And you're beginning to recognize your strength. So now that you're seeing things for what they are, as far as how people want to deal with you, they're going to have to deal with the things that they throw out at you. All right? They're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to eat those words. The things that they, oh, you this, or oh, you that, or you never know, whatever. It may not work out the way you want. When you know you have a fight, you know you have a chance. You know you have a fighting spirit. One that's not going to let you put it to the side and forget about it forever like it doesn't exist. This is very real to you. And you treat it as such. You know that other people are cool in their own way, and you can appreciate other people who are cool in their own way. Everybody's not going to be the same. You know, some people may be cooler than us. You know, we may not be able to reach that level. I don't know. But I don't look down on someone else because they're not where I'm at. Everybody's got potential. And it's foolish to look down on someone for not being where you're at. Like the tortoise and the hare. The rabbit thought he was cool beans. He thought he was the SHIT. Still lost. He wasn't that. He was cool. He was too cool for school. He was too cool to learn and to see what was really happening to him. He was too cool to see that he was about to lose. And there's nothing wrong with being cool. But he was too cool that he lost. Don't be so cool that you lose, thinking that things are going to work out a certain way because of who you are, and you think that's just good enough. The rabbit thought him being fast was just good enough. Lo and behold, the turtle just kept going. And that's why you're cool, because you just keep going. They may not look at you like they look at everybody else, and that's all right. The tortoise was different than the hare. Still made it to his destination. Still got him a little turtle girlfriend at the end too. Had his little turtle woman, you know. And they even had some little turtles. You know what? They end up creating a little turtle family afterwards. But anyway, I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But yo, you're cool. All right, you're comfortable with who you are. You appreciate yourself for who you are, and you know that you don't have to change. Changing isn't on your itinerary. People, you like the people who like you for who you are. You only want to attract people who like you for who you are. When people don't like you for who you are, as soon as you pick up on it and you sense it, it's like, okay, you really don't want to deal with those types of individuals anymore. Because if they have to try to shape you or form you into something else, then that means you're not being you. So that's not a good situation for you, because it wouldn't even feel good to your spirit to be in a situation like that. So certain people who think that a person is going to continue to stay around and put themselves in that situation over and over again, that person might be feeding off you some way, somehow. Because people know what they're doing when they're inflicting damage. All right? So you don't want to have to keep putting yourself through the process of dealing with pain over and over again, because you know that they're only playing themselves with the things that they say when it's not positive, because you know you don't believe in that, and they know you don't believe in that when they say it. It's just not, it's not cool that they feel that way or that they think that way, but if that's their opinion, they're entitled to it. But I mean, you know better. If you don't have anything good to say, you don't say it at all. At least you know that, and you practice that. But the things that they said about you, you didn't even really let it bother you that much, because your mind is so set on who you know you are and what you want to be. That's why it's important to have a positive self-image, because when people come and try to knock on the doors of your mind and try to get into your head and tear you down with things that they say, you want to have a fortress built up. All right, you want to have a fortress built up around you with positive statements that you've said about yourself, positive things that you know to be true about who you are. So when people come and try to tear you down, you're like, yo, that's false, because I know this about myself, and I believe this about myself, and I feel this about myself, truthfully and honestly. So when they come trying to break you down and turn you into rubble, and turn you into dust, you'll have a lot of things that you can use to repair any damages, to build yourself back up, because that's what it's about. Daily we have to build ourselves back up, because we already tear ourselves down enough. So when others go to tear us down, it's like you have to work twice as hard. And this is why having the right idea about yourself is vital to your survival. Because when you feel good about yourself and they come after you to say certain things purposefully to try to get you to feel the opposite, it's not going to work. They can say whatever they want, but you're going to be too strong at that point, because you're always building yourself up and not focused on how it feels to be torn down. That's another thing. You don't want to focus on how it feels to be torn down. You want to focus on the feeling of how it feels to be built up. So when you built yourself up, get a hold of that feeling. When they come after you and they have something negative to say, allow that feeling of when you built yourself up and you felt good because you know all those positive things about you are true. Allow that to be a shield. Faith and love. You have faith in the things that you say about yourself, and you know that they're true, and you love yourself enough to say them to yourself. So those can be a shield for you, your positive statements, because you're saying them with love, and you're saying them with faith, because you believe in yourself and you believe in those statements and you know them to be true. And that's why you're cooler than they ever could be. All those people who came at you and wanted you to feel totally opposite of how they saw how you felt. That people know a person when they feel good, and people know a person when they look good. So it's important to have that self-esteem. All right, and always build yourself up, because if they're there trying to tear you down, you'll have your back. Those statements will have your back. The way that you program your mind will have your back. All right, people can only put you down about things that you put yourself down about. So if it's a certain way that you feel about something, and you wear that on your sleeve, and other people are able to pick up on it, then they may try to attack you for it. All right, the vultures, the energy vampires, the demons. See, angels see people that are going through something, and they see a person that needs healing, and they leave that person to deal with what they're doing. They leave that person to deal with how they're doing. They don't kick the person when they're down, or keep pressing a wound that's trying to heal. That's what an evil person would do. Somebody's trying to heal, you keep pressing that wound. Somebody's trying to get better, you keep bringing up something that's going to harm them, or something that's harmful for them to hear, or something that they experienced from their past that you don't want them to get over. You're strong enough to get over things, and people are so weak or don't know how to get over things that they have to try to bring you back into remembrance of the things that you went through, so that way they can get you to feel like they do, because you chose to heal, and you chose to get over certain things. You chose to be unbothered by your past, but you're so unbothered by it that the devil has to use people to try to, hey, remember this? Hey, you went through that. Hey, remember when they said this? These are things that need to be let go. These are things that you don't need to keep replaying in your mind. So your mind is a projector. It's a screen. All right. Your thoughts are like scripts in a movie, or scenes in a movie rather. And you don't have to keep replaying the same scene over and over again. Some of these scenes that we keep replaying are played out. All right. So what they want to do is they want to say something to make yourself upset. That's why they have to try to play with your mind, say something to get you to remember a bad memory. And that's why a lot of people that you go around, you have anxiety, because it's something that they said previously, and it's only a matter of time before they say it again to purposely try to hurt you. So this is why you have to have that wall up, that guard up of just you guarding yourself from negative people, and also having your arsenal of positive things to say. All right. Weak people tear other people down. All right. Tearing people down comes from a weak mindset. It's a weak-minded mentality to think that saying something to someone else and hurting them is going to make another person feel good or feel better. But those people are naturally designed that way. So a lot of people talk about people changing. Some people can change, but there are people who are naturally designed that way, and it's going to take a miracle. And that's why you do have to pray for people, because it takes a miracle for some people to have that change. And we're still no better than anybody else, but we damn sure are cooler than them. We damn sure are cooler than them. So continue to be, your cool version of you, how you see yourself, how you speak about yourself. That's how you want to feel. You don't want to feel how they want you to feel. All right. That's an evil trick to play on somebody's mind to get them to remember something that's going to mess them up. Why would you say that? You know you're wrong. You know that's not right. But they don't have that empathy to not do it. They can't put themselves in somebody else's shoes and say, yo, that I wouldn't want to experience that. It's a difference between making somebody aware of a fault, or a loss, or something that is something that they can't control, something that is like not shedding a positive light on a situation. Then there's another way, when a person sheds light on a situation from a positive point of view, and they make you feel good about yourself. So you can say something to someone to make them feel good about themselves, or you could say something to someone to make them feel bad about themselves. And you're cool because you don't say things to make people feel bad about themselves. Whoa. You don't say things to people to make them feel bad about themselves. You're different. That's why your energy hit different, your vibe hit different, personality hit different. That's not who you are. You don't have to do that. And that's what makes you cool, regardless of how anybody feels about it. All right. And deep down inside, you feel good about who you are, even though we live in a world where people want to do what they want to do, be what they want to be, and act how they want to act, and they have every right to. We're not narcissists. We're not trying to control people. We're not trying to make the world into what we want it to be. All we can do is do what God put us here to do, and be the best person that we could be to ourselves and everybody else. That's it. That's just real spill. So you're cooler than they ever could be. All the things they had to say was because they saw a light emerging out of you. All right. They saw that shine. They saw that glow. They saw those gifts, those talents, those abilities, those qualities, those special things about you that make you who you are. They saw those things and they still had to try to tear you down, even though you had the power to lift them up and heal them. But because of how they acted towards you, you said, you know what? I've been down this road before trying to show people that they don't have to be that way, or they don't have to hurt, or they don't have to feel pain, or they don't have to be negative, or they don't have to be evil, or they don't have to be caught up by their past hurts. But you know what? Not everybody's ready for growth. Some people are just ready to either hurt people because they feel some type of way or just stay stuck in their ways. And that's just something that you have to accept, because not everybody is like you. Not everybody is willing to accept change. Not everybody's willing to accept change. All right. So they're only playing themselves. All right. Somebody played themselves over and over and over again every time they thought they were going to be able to change the way you feel about yourself. All they did was just make you stronger because of all the rebuilding that you had to do. The feeling bad, you had to rebuild yourself up. They broke you down again. You felt bad, you had to build yourself up. They broke you down again. You felt bad, you had to build yourself up. You're very strong at this point, and only getting stronger. And that's why you're a cool person. Or you take situations and you learn from them. And the amount of strength that you're going to collect is crazy. Stuff's going to be rolling off your back like water on a duck. So that person that may not have the most positive things to say about you, bless them when you think about them. That person that may not be the most positive towards you when you're in their presence, bless them when you think about them. All those people that tried to make you feel opposite of the way you should, bless them when you think about them. Because we're reaching a different level of awareness. We're reaching a different level of consciousness. We're reaching a different level of strength. We're becoming who we're supposed to be, right? So along with that comes a certain level of personal growth with becoming who you're supposed to be. And that personal growth can only take place when you're able to let go, forgive others, and just bless people. Bless the hell out of them if you must. Those tough people that give you a hard time, I'm going to bless the hell out of them. God bless everybody that had bad things to say about us. We're not worried about it one bit. We're not hurt by it one bit. In fact, we got over it a long time ago. And we're going to keep getting over it. We learn from lessons, but after that, whatever else isn't a part of a part of the lesson, throw it away. It's no good. It won't serve you any way for any purpose or any reason. Why hold on to it? It's not important. And you're cooler than they ever could be just because of the process that you had to go through with your mind, as far as dealing with what they put you through, what they wanted to see you go through. They did an experiment on you, and that's a whole nother video. All right, that's a whole nother video. They experimented on us, on our mind, and how we would act and react. Some of us had to grow out of being reactive. But as we continue to learn how to use our mind for our benefit and to better our lives and to be better people and to continue to grow, we're still going to be cool whether they think so or not. Somebody put in the comments, I'm cool whether they think so or not. I don't need their opinion on how I feel about myself. I know I'm cool. They may not think so. It may not be their level of cool, their type of cool. It may not be their type of hype. It is what it is. As long as you like yourself, and you see yourself the way God sees you, you win. You win every time, because you're not associating yourself with losers. You're not putting yourself around people for a paycheck. You're not putting yourself around people to be toyed with or played with or disrespected. Just for the sake of having company. Just for the sake of having people in your presence. They had a lot to say about you, and you let a lot of stuff slide. And that might have been a problem. You know, being too good of a person, having too good of a heart, letting a lot of things slide, letting people get away with a lot of things that you shouldn't have or that they shouldn't have said. And some of it might have just been not being prepared for certain situations as they came. You live and learn. But people just don't have to do others like that. And that's why you're cool, because you don't do people any type of way that you wouldn't want to be done. So that's pretty much it for this video. I don't need to make this any longer than it needs to be. Shout out to everybody. I'll see you all later. Peace.